Hey guys, so we are back in Age of Conan with my assassin and we're gonna do some questing here, and this quest is probably still bugged with the crate. I'm kind of thinking about if we should go and give it a try and see if we can do it, but I think it's just gonna be a waste and someone's getting chased. Run! Escape! Go away! They might kill you. Okay, I guess there's one on them now. That looked pretty dangerous. So, I think we're gonna go up here and see what quest we can get. We have 10 free quest slots. And this is one thing that I kind of wondered with Conan. Why they have a limit on quests you can take, or at least kind of make it a little bit bigger. Because when you're reaching like Kitai and stuff and you got a lot of like repeatable fetching quests and stuff, and you like to do the same way as I do, at least, like keep every quest in your quest log, then it's pretty hard. Sometimes you have to like switch out some quests here and there, and you might have some old quests left, some you haven't finished but you think like, oh, I'm gonna finish sometime, and then 2 years passes and you haven't done it, but you keep them anyway. I guess that's what I do, at least with some quests. And we got a wanted poster, so let's see what it is. Wanted destroying the Vanir. What are we gonna do? Kill them. Pretty obvious. So let's continue. Find the place where the Marak was talking about. Look for Isabel at the clan what did it say? Clan Dalclade's Mound. So we got some different quests, kill some there. I know that there should be a pretty dangerous guy down here with those Vanirs, if I'm not wrong with that. Let's gonna go and get his rest pad. I think we actually got it now, so it's really important to go get this, because, you know, if I would die here and didn't have the rest pad, I would get rested all the way back there if that was the closest rest pad or the only one that I had. So let's get this quest as well. I kinda like to go and pick up all the quests around when I'm going around. It's like, I would say the fastest way, go and take in one quest here, go back, deliver. I don't think really anyone do it, but that is pretty slow way, so we're gonna see if we can find Isabel here. And this place I do remember these werewolves. Okay, so what did it say? It's updated and it seems to want us to actually go back, so I actually think we're going to go back just because we might actually get an extra quest for going back, so it's in general pretty like good way to do it. At least when the quest giver is actually at this place and we're doing quests all around, I think it's gonna be a good idea to talk with Marok here. Marok, your dream was real? There were werewolves there. Oh no.
No.
Oh, this guy actually speaks.
Kill once they stop calling. Yes. Let me rest. Just a bit.
That's nice.
To fight.
I really wish that they had more of those voice acting in the game. They did an awesome job with Tartaj, and I'm pretty sure that everybody will agree on that. It was definitely one of the best parts about the game, at least with the questing. And I really wish that something like that would be beyond the rest of the game. For me, it kinda is like, it isn't like that in MMOs that it's like a standard to have voice acting for games. But having voice for a game, it makes a game way more interesting when you like doing quests and such. Like, if you would, let's imagine if it was like real life and you was this awesome demon hawks or whatever, and you was going to go and do a mission with someone, they will give you like a paper instead of telling what they need help with. So here, read this paper. It's just 100 pages long. I'm not gonna explain anything to you. I'm just gonna stand quiet while you read those 100 pages. It kinda is really weird, but I also kinda understand it from when this game was released. It was really long ago now, so it's totally understandable since the MMO is that old. But that's something that I really like with some new MMOs that kinda go for making voice acting, and I guess remaking whole voices for the game that is this old, it's not a good option. Not for the moment. I think there are other things that are way more important for this game to feel better, so you gotta go away from these guys. I don't know why we got so many of us. We might actually be able to get someone out before we die. Since I am running a potion, put some cooldown. Oh, let's see if I can get a stun. Yeah, I've got a stun. He's gonna get that poke. Yeah, we got him. Awesome. Seems like we need to kill 6 more of those. Oh, we got another one. Having a party, everybody's invited. That was a strange fatality middle up there. I think that at some part with Conan, at some stage the fatalities in the game wasn't that accurate that it used to be. I kind of remember as fatalities was like better made long ago. It's like the same kinds of fatalities, but it was like more sticking to the enemy. And I seen that video on YouTube with one of the AOC players posted a video when they actually got someone stuck and then jumped around with him. That was pretty fun, and it was a pretty recent video. That was pretty fun. Pretty strange bug. And the fun thing, if I remember, that guy was like actually... he was alive while he was like stuck to the other guy, and it looks really strange. So I guess we gotta clear all these guys out. There are so many guys around here, so I'm gonna try to make sure that we do not get too many on us. It might be a problem sometimes, like we did get a lot of before on us, but I think the reason was that many of them were actually like minions, and minions are so weak compared to these normal ones. So let's get some more on us. I think 2 is a pretty good number. Okay, so I guess we're done with this quest, and we can head back, or we can go and slay some raging wolverines and the dusk wolves. So I think we're gonna do that. I think that's gonna be pretty good. The good thing with this killer quest, if you're running a double XP potion, is that double XP potion do not give like any double XP for doing quest. But they do give your double XP for killing enemies, and that way I would say that these kinds of quests are really good for that. Okay, we need 9 more. I think that these wolverines, if I remember, are a little bit like hard to find sometimes. Should be one wolf quest. I'm not sure if it's this quest. I think it's a loot quest later on, where it's like kind of like random if you get the loot, and back in the days it was like really crowded around here, so that quest was pretty hard to do. People was basically like killing every wolf around, and you had no one to go on, and then you killed the one and you didn't get it. I must say, for any MMO, not like only Conan, but when they make like this quest, okay, you're gonna find something like okay, it's gonna have like 10 of these, and it's random. It's sometimes the first one drop, sometimes the 7th drop. Personally, I would rather pick up 30 instead of having it like, oh, it's a 5% chance you get it, or it's a 75% chance you get it, and you never get it. So for me, I would rather pick a lot of them instead. And if you're gonna pick less, make the enemies harder instead, make it more of a challenge. Or make the mobs maybe a little bit more rare, like maybe not the spawning slow, but they're a little bit spread out, and there ain't that many around. And it's pretty interesting when I start to make episodes with Conan. It kind of tends to go into like game development, like ideas and so on. I guess it's because many of you guys has been like wanting this game to evolve over time, to get improved and so on, and even though we have been given a lot of great, nice things over the years, I would say that most or all of us has been expecting to get more, and there are a lot of things that we're still waiting for that we haven't received, and hopefully we're gonna get them sometime. But I guess that's why I kind of get into that, speaking about game development, and there is like no other MMO out there to actually replace this game, so in that way this game is very special. And I would say that this is mostly the combat, the lore, it's maybe the whole game that's very like outstanding and how it looks compared to many games. I mean, even though this game is so old, this game still looks like in top of graphics, in my opinion at least. And with animations for an MMO, I would say that this is probably the best animated MMO I ever played, and it still is. So that's something that other companies has to work on, and for me personally, that's like a really big part about the game. Feeling that the control is good, that animation fits in and feels natural. That's for me almost more important than having like balance of the classes, because if it just feels strange to play, it just gets boring, and this game do not feel strange to play. The only thing I think is a bit strange personally is when those double taps. Sometimes for me it feels like it do double taps even though I haven't even pressed those keys, and for me, in my opinion, I would like to not have double taps at all in the game. I would rather suggest that the combat would be more dynamic, and when you're hitting something, you're actually hitting it. You can change, you can keep like critical hits and such stuff, but when you hit something, you hit it. So for Conan, they kind of went, I would say, halfway. They kind of made a dynamic game where you actually have to hit, you have to strike your enemies. You can't just like stand there and face roll, but at the same time it's still like hit chances, miss chances, evade, all kinds of things. So for me at least, it's a bit strange, and on the PvP side I kinda got bored when they made so people kinda like get protection immunity after being knocked back or being stunned, and for me that turned me real off, like for doing PvP. It was like, okay, so I'm just gonna go inside this guy, I have a good tactic, I'm gonna crush him, and oh no, my stuff didn't work because some other guy just put something in a really bad timing, and I gotta watch this tiny icon out of 20 icons or 30 icons, and hopefully I will spot that and maybe get killed while I'm looking for it. So for me personally, I think that was a really bad part. So personally, I must say I probably never liked the PvP in Conan. Like when I started out, I can say that I did like it. I came for PvP for this game, and it just wasn't the thing that I expected. I expected more world PvP, good world PvP, and I didn't really expect that kind of like what do you call it, like Care Bear PvP thing with those immunities. No, I didn't like that. You maybe can like make it like people who recently got knocked back have like maybe they get up a little bit faster, but I think making them totally immune, no, that's not good. It's like you go into combat, you think you know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing because someone else did something. So for me at least, that's my opinion. You might not share the same one, but that's how I felt about it. And the sad part is, like I said, I came for PvP for this game, and it was very interesting. I thought it was gonna be so awesome. I played a PvP beta, I had some fun there, but I never really liked the minigames. Also, I didn't find very fun. I would rather have some more kinds of objectives, like in some games like Warhammer Online, where they have like those, you're capturing bases and all kinds of things. It doesn't have to be bases, they can do like all kinds of things. And one thing that I wrote as a suggestion for Funcom, I don't know if they have seen it or anything, and I know that they are very busy, they're very like low on people working there and so on, and we don't really know exactly what's going on, but what I was thinking when I wrote to them was that they're making all these so-called Unchained, which I don't like the name of, but one thing that I thought of was like, cannot they try to imagine they make the whole world, almost the whole world that we have already, make that into Unchained. So Unchained regions will be for level 80, and there will be 80 plus enemies, there will be 80 plus daily quests you can do. It doesn't have to be like factions, it can just be like quests that you go there and basically you go and do them and you get rewards, and that way we can still go in like the old world of the game and have a lot of fun that way. I would really like to do that, because it gets kind of boring to just do the same quest in Kitai all over the time, so I think that would be a great idea. So if anyone Funcom watch this and try to think about that idea, might be something you could do, and you who watching this, maybe you can give an opinion what you would think of it. Like, would you like to have like those Unchained regions I'm talking about, and would you like to have like daily quests in them and such stuff? I think it could be a really good thing, and I would definitely go there, because it would be like a change to the normal thing. I mean, basically you could maybe like make some harder quests that kind of rewards you in some way, or add some kind of world bosses that actually, they can have some kind of set respawn thing, but you can go there and like kill them, and you need a big group to kill them, and you can get maybe like rare items, not epic items. It's not gonna like spoil other like raids, so it's not gonna replace that. It would be good to have some kind of challenge going on out there. And you can even add some tactics to it, like the world boss. Sure, it's fun to go there and like get some easy gear and such stuff, but it gets boring. I think it's really funny they're doing it, because I think they're having a lot more ideas. It's they're giving you items, they're making world bosses, but in the end it's maybe something that they will use for later on for creating like dynamic public quests and such stuff, and it can be great use for the future. Yes, for the moment it's like kind of like there's no tactic, you just go and kill it, and it gets boring, and the game engine cannot really handle it. So that's what I think about it. So if you have any thoughts what I've been saying, and what you think about the current stage of the game, or the stage when you play the game, feel free to leave that in comments, and we can discuss it with each other, both you guys and me. So, but guys, this will be it for today with Age of Conan. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you got some nice idea. Maybe one of you guys have Funcom watching it, and you're free to reply as well, of course. So guys, thanks for watching, hope you had a good time, and see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more with Age of Conan with me, BANTO. Thanks for watching, now have the best of your play and life. Take care guys.